Good morning and welcome. It's Saturday the 20th of August. I am Flat Cap Callum, hoping you are all very, very well. Right, coming up today, get out of jail plan. It's gone horrible this week. So if we don't make any money over Saturday, Sunday, it will easily be the worst week ever on the channel. So we're just over £80 behind going into the weekend. So today's a big day. Tomorrow is a day as well worth having a go because it's the Sunday series at Sandown. So there's a chance tomorrow as well. As far as today goes, I am going to double stake it. I had a little bit of debate. From a bet point of view, I've got 6 bets, but I've kept it more simple and more traditional today. So it's 5 lucky 15s and 1 win Trixie. I've got no cross bets, no complicated bets. I've got additional singles and doubles on some of the lucky 15s, but I've tried to keep it quite simple. And we'll go and attack in that way. But York has really gone badly this week. And obviously on the channel, people are used to coming on. It went well at Cheltenham and Ascot and Galway and Goodwood and all that. And then I keep saying it won't last. And and so far York has been rubbish. There was shoots yesterday, if you were clutching, to say it was a little bit better. At least I had a winner. But yeah, it isn't gone well at all. So yeah, profit and loss for the channel, we're all good. As far as this week goes, it is dire. And so yeah, I'm very aware how bad it's been. And trust me, that's not what I want it to be like. And off the channel, to be fair, way worse. So yeah, I'm not anyway, right, let's do the review of yesterday, then we'll get into today's bets and we'll have a word on the golf, and at least with the golf it's a smidgen bit more positive. So yesterday it was 35 on, 13.45 back. So statistically the worst Friday on the channel. We've already had the worst Wednesday this week and the second worst Thursday. So the last 3 days of York have been awful. So, to just give you confidence, that's why you want to follow these tips. If you're only watching today and it's your first time, follow the channel. We it's been good. Overall, channel's doing good. This week, not. Okay, we had one smooth operator. I think that was the closest one. And then Quickthorn. I mean, I was gutted because I really thought that I had a chance of doing Trushan, and yeah. And it won brilliantly. It was a cracking performance. But backed in with the rule 4. It was a 50p reduction. SP was 9-4, so I had it's like a 7-2 on the bet. So not great value in terms of, well, not a great price, but value was there. And then Chateau Place and Blenheim Boy was a non-runner. So that was kind of set. Each day we've had one bet where we've had 2 things together and one bet at least, which has made it even. Otherwise, it would have been even worse. Then this was not great, so they were poor. Pianu was one out of the placings. Almar snagged the last placing if you'd done it with Sky Bet. So it wasn't far off a nice place double, but it wasn't quite there, so it was a place single. So that was bet 2. Then bet 3, the cross bet was poor, so we had nothing, and then a place and a non-runner. And then the win Trixie, Trushan, non-runner, Noble Star won, Platinum Queen brilliantly, but just got beaten by an absolute extraordinary horse who's in just an unbelievable rich vein of form. So it wasn't bad that, it broke even, that bet, but had Trushan not been running, Quickthorn would have been in that bet all day long. So there we go. And then this was rubbish, so that was a right letdown, bet 5. And then bet 6, that was a right let down as well. And overall in the lucky 15 in Ireland, I mean, that first 2 weren't good. I mean, Father Gilligan's Voyage, it was doing all right, and then just made a few too many mistakes. And then in the bottom half of the bet, Cap de Bois fell unseated the rider 6 out. When it was up there, so that was, you don't know what it was going to do, and Jack Holiday was second. So I mean, there was some seeds of possibility, but ultimately nothing was that close, and nothing has been that close this week, apart from Kalani was the closest. So, just over 80 down. So we've had 2 weeks on the channel for horses where we've been £80 down. We've never gone more than that. So, that's what we're facing into today. So here is the plan of attack. Here are my 6 bets. All right. First up, and all these bets are Sky Advisory, and I've put underneath next best. So if you've not got Sky, I've put the next best. So I've got one early horse here, 107 Newton Abbott. I think I don't always like putting out a really early horse, but I think it was worth putting in. So Ollie's Folly 17-2. Then we've got the 350 at Sandown, Good Birthday 18-1, which we've been following a lot on the channel. Then the 505 Killarney, Railway Hurricane 14s. And then finishing off with what I think is my value horse of the day at the Curragh, the 530 Troy Top 50s. So it's a 20p each way Lucky 15. It's a 50p each way double on Good Birthday and Railway Hurricane. And a 50p each way single on Troy Top. And that's an £8 bet. Sky is best, 365 is next best for that one. And what I've got in these Lucky 15s, I've got 2 mixed meetings, I've got 2 York, and I've got a Chester. I've worked extra hard at Chester because I know a couple of people are going, and we even have a viewer who has got a race sponsored by them today at Chester. Not well, in their name, basically. I don't think they've actually paid for it. I think someone's done it on their behalf. All right, so this is the first of the York ones, and this is a slightly higher stake one. Sky Advisory, Paddy next best, because on the Ebor, Paddy are 7 places and you will get best price guaranteed in accumulator, as opposed to Hills are 7 and you won't get best price guaranteed in accumulator. So Sky are 8 on the Ebor, which is just fantastic to have a go with. So 225 Inverness at 12s, 335 we're sticking with Yuki and Glenn at 10s. We backed it last time when it really should have won at Goodwood. 410 Tinto, which I backed last time, we're sticking with that. 520 Caradoc, which we've had before, 15-2, and that's a 24p each way Lucky 15, 720 a bet, no additionals on that one. That's bet 2. Bet 3 is the other York Lucky 15, same races, different horses. So again, it's a Sky Advisory, Paddy next best. 225 Savvy Knight 14s, 335 Raymond Tusk 22s, and there's a 50p each way extra double on the 2 of those. And then the 410 Gantafar 14-1 and 520 Jeremia 33-1, and there's an additional 50p each way double on those. There was a 20p each way Lucky 15 with the 2 extra doubles to make it up to £8 bet for bet 3. So that is that. Then bet 4 is the other mixed Lucky 15, and this is Sky Advisory 365 next best. And this is a smaller stake Lucky 15 because these are risky ones. They're risky ones at decent prices, basically. This is what this is. 245 Killarney, Kayla's Delight at 40s. Then the 3 o'clock York, Dr. Zemph. So I have put another York one that's not in the others at 28s. 530 the Curragh, Prince of Abington 22s, and the 535 at Sandown Yimu at 33s. It's a 16 pence each way Lucky 15, and then I've got a 50p each way single on Dr. Zemph there, and that makes that a 580 bet. But as you can see, that is some big prices, but they are all a bit on the riskier side, but I think worth putting together. So that is bet 4. Then bet 5, for those of you who are going to Chester, here's the Chester bet. And for Archie, I've got a horse in your race. So Sky Advisory, 365 and Coral are both next best, is how I would call it. Because Sky an extra place on 2 of these. So we've got 340 Boardman 8s, 415 Glory Fighter 13-2. Then the main race for Archie, Sheikh Maz Mahood, we're going to go with an 18-1 shot in there. And then the 525, Call My Bluff at 5s. It's a 20p each way Lucky 15. And I've put an additional single 50p on Sheikh Maz Mahood. Outside of that, I wouldn't be betting these other horses singles. So I've done it a Lucky 15 each way, and that's how I'd have it. I wouldn't be putting on lumping money unnecessarily, kind of singles each way kind of thing. But Sheikh Maz Mahood was worth it. So that's a £7 bet 5, all at Chester. And then finishing off, there's not really an evening bet. This is the closest there is. It's a Chelmsford win Trixie, and 2 of them are in the evening. So 451 Street Poet 5-1, Then the 7.05 Miss Bella Brand at 15-8, and the 7.35 Maylar 11-10. And I did and I was going to do it as a 75p one and put a quid on Street Poet, and I was like, no, we'll go full hog on it. We'll just do a £1 win Trixie. It's a £4 bet. Those are the 3 horses all at Chelmsford. So just got 2 really in the evening. But if Street Poet goes down and we've just got those 2, it's not worth a great deal of money anyway. So it's not going to save us unless Street Poet goes in. And then if Street Poet goes in, we've got a chance. All right. That's the plan of attack. Tomorrow, horse, as I said, is Sunday Super Series. So we'll have a good go at that. And then we'll see where we're at the end of Sunday. But hopefully today or tomorrow we can get something. But you can't make any guarantees. And if it's a crap week, it's a crap week. And you just have to get on with it. But yeah, it's been no fun for me off the channel this week having a bet. Yeah, it's gone horrible. So golf, the golf, right, the side bet's down because those 2 players missed the cut. The other 2 we're good for. Sorry, the other 2 bets, that is, we're good for. In the Trixie bet, we've got Kjeltsen and Lower who have made the cut, but they're probably a bit far away, but we'll see. The main golf bet, the dreamy bet, is still alive as I speak to you now, and that's the one that we can have a dream about. So in the Czech Masters, we've got Renato Paratori, currently tied 7th. He needs to be top 6, so he's 1 out the placings. We've then got Xander Schauffele tied 6th, which is good enough for a place in the BMW. In the Albertson Boyce Open, Dylan Wu is 8 under, 3 shots from the places, so not too far away. And in the Dick Sporting Good, Goidos is 3 under, 3 shots from the places. So none of them are dead and buried, and we've got 2 days of golf to go. So let's keep our fingers and energy crossed. The dreamy bet, try and get something out of it. I mean, if it was a dreamy result, that would be amazing, but something out of the golf at this stage would be great. But we've got 4 players in across 4 tournaments who are all still in with a chance. So that's a nice place to be. All right, I'm leaving it there. Enjoy your day. Let's get the positive vibes going, and I will see you in the morning, win, lose or draw. I will be back in the morning, but hopefully with more of a smile on my face, because just there's nothing you can say about it. It's just been awful. All right, thanks very much. Cheerio.